Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Northrop Grumman reported a $477 million loss on the B-21 Raider in the first quarter of 2025, as higher manufacturing and materials costs for making the sixth-generation stealth bomber squeezed the company. In a Tuesday statement on its financial performance, Northrop said much of the $477 million loss stemmed from a change the firm made to its B-21 production process, intended to allow the company to build the bombers at a higher rate. Northrop CEO Kathy Warden explained during an earnings call with investors that macroeconomic factors were contributing to the rise in the projected price of materials needed for the bomber. The loss, she noted, encompassed all 5 low-rate initial production lots for the bomber. Warden acknowledged being disappointed with the financial impact, but emphasized that progress on the B-21 program remained strong. She highlighted that the company had been demonstrating performance objectives through testing and was advancing through the first 2 lots of production, with substantial learning now behind them. She said Northrop was prepared to deliver this highly capable strategic deterrent to the Air Force. The B-21 loss contributed to an overall $183 million loss in Northrop Grumman's Aeronautics Systems division. That division also recorded $2.8 billion in sales, an 8% decline from the first quarter of 2024. Overall, Northrop's profits dropped $498 million when compared to the first quarter of 2024, losing 46% of the $1.1 billion in operating income reported a year ago. Nearly all of that was due to the B-21 loss. Warden stated that the B-21 was completing its engineering and manufacturing development phase and was undergoing key tests to demonstrate the bomber's ability to carry out its mission objectives. She added that Northrop Grumman was working through the first 2 low-rate initial production LRIP lots and had begun advance efforts known as long-lead work on the 3rd and 4th lots. She said the company had now built a solid foundation of experience in constructing the aircraft, which would help mitigate the inherent risks involved in producing a new, highly advanced aircraft. The Air Force and Northrop Grumman rolled out the B-21, which will eventually replace the B-1 Lancer and B-2 Spirit bombers, in December 2022, and the plane took its first flight the following November. The B-21's development and testing have proceeded relatively smoothly, drawing praise from several officials and lawmakers. However, Warden had been cautioning Northrop Grumman investors since early 2023 that the company would likely incur initial losses on the program before eventually turning a profit. The most recent losses followed a $1.6 billion loss that Northrop also reported on the B-21 in the fourth quarter of 2023. In April 2024, former Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall informed lawmakers that the Air Force's costs for the aircraft were declining due to ongoing negotiations with Northrop. At the time of the rollout, the B-21's inflation-adjusted average procurement unit cost was approximately $692 million. The Air Force plans to purchase at least 100 B-21s, but has not ruled out the possibility of acquiring more. Warden explained that the manufacturing changes responsible for this year's losses were based on lessons learned as Northrop scaled up production and were implemented jointly with the Air Force. She expressed confidence that these lessons would be fully absorbed and resolved as Northrop completed the LRIP phase and transitioned into full-rate production. She also noted that the process changes had a greater effect on the B-21 loss than the rising material costs. Northrop Grumman is concurrently developing the LGM-35 Sentinel intercontinental ballistic missile for the Air Force, intended to replace the Cold War-era Minuteman III nuclear missiles. Warden stated that the Air Force and Northrop Grumman had successfully conducted a static fire test of Sentinel's first-stage solid rocket motor in March. Despite this progress, Sentinel is encountering significant cost overruns, primarily driven by higher-than-expected expenses in constructing infrastructure, such as launch centers. Warden mentioned that Northrop is working closely with the Air Force to identify ways to lower costs and streamline the program's timeline. She added that restructuring the Sentinel program would ensure that changes and new requirements were properly reflected in both the design and the contract, and affirmed that the company would collaborate with the government to make that happen. On June 26th, a group of senior Defense Department and military leaders unveiled President Donald Trump's proposed $1.01 trillion national defense budget request for fiscal year 2026, during a media briefing at the Pentagon. The request includes $848.3 billion for the discretionary budget, along with $113 billion expected from the reconciliation bill, currently pending in the Senate. A senior defense official who spoke on condition of anonymity stated that the proposed defense budget prioritizes homeland security, deterring Chinese aggression in the Indo-Pacific, revitalizing the U.S. defense industrial base, and maintaining accountability for taxpayer dollars. The proposed budget is distributed as follows: $197.4 billion for the Army, $292.2 billion for the Navy, $301.1 billion for the Air Force, and $170.9 billion for defense-wide operations. Additionally, around $40 billion from the Air Force's budget is designated for the Space Force, representing a 30% funding increase from the previous fiscal year. Notable recipients of the budget request include the Golden Dome, which receives an initial investment of $25 billion, the F-15EX, allocated $3.1 billion for continued jet production, and the F-47 sixth-generation fighter, with $3.5 billion in funding, among others. The acceleration of B-21 production, projected to become the world's first sixth-generation aircraft, is especially significant as Washington faces growing military competition from China. Beijing is currently developing its own next-generation long-range stealth bomber, known as the H-20. This investment in the B-21 also comes at a time when global awareness of the strategic value of stealth bombers is increasing. The budget was unveiled only days after the U.S. Air Force carried out airstrikes on Iranian nuclear facilities using its advanced B-2 Spirit bombers. These operations reinforce the importance of long-range strategic bombers, drawing attention from analysts in Beijing. The B-2 Spirit is one of 3 strategic bombers currently operated by the U.S. Air Force. Initially developed to penetrate the Soviet Union's air defense systems and execute nuclear missions, the aircraft has evolved to also conduct conventional precision strikes. It has seen deployment in military operations in Libya, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Kosovo. Eventually, the B-21 will replace these legacy bombers. The Raider made its maiden flight from Northrop Grumman's facility at the Air Force's Plant 42 in Palmdale, California. It is now in the low-rate initial production LRIP phase, which involves constructing a limited number of units to test and refine the production process before transitioning to full-rate production. How is the B-21 Raider better than the B-2 Spirit? Though both the B-2 Spirit and B-21 Raider are stealth bombers produced by Northrop Grumman, the B-21 incorporates significant upgrades. While public information about the B-21 remains limited, it is believed to include more advanced stealth features, including a sleeker radar-absorbent surface and deeply recessed air intakes that reduce radar visibility. When the Air Force released the first official photos of the B-21 in May 2024, experts observed that its exhaust system differed significantly from the B-2's. Rather than the B-2's boxy sugar scoop exhaust, the B-21 has a narrow, two-dimensional exhaust embedded in the tail. Alex Holling, a former U.S. Marine and editor for Sandbox News, remarked via Platform X that the B-21's side profile shows air intakes so deeply recessed they're barely visible, a design feature believed to enhance its stealth capabilities. According to prior expert assessments, the B-21's two-dimensional exhaust system reduces its infrared signature. Its overall design emphasizes low observability in the face of modern air defense technologies. The B-21's sixth-generation open systems architecture allows it to integrate new technologies and receive software upgrades more easily. Using digital engineering, the design-to-production change rate has reportedly decreased from the industry norm of 15 to 20% to just 1%. The U.S. Air Force has noted that the B-21 is being developed with open systems architecture to mitigate integration risks and allow future modernization through competition, enabling the aircraft to evolve in response to changes in the threat environment. In contrast, the B-2 relies on older technology from the 1980s, which requires costly and rigid hardware upgrades. It also demands extensive maintenance due to the fragile nature of its radar-absorbent materials. The B-2 has earned a reputation as the most maintenance-intensive and costly combat aircraft in the Air Force inventory. Meanwhile, the B-21 is engineered to require less maintenance, utilizing more durable radar-absorbent coatings that eliminate the need for climate-controlled hangars. This will increase sortie rates and reduce operational expenses when the aircraft enters service. As a next-generation platform, the B-21 is expected to feature superior avionics, sensors, and targeting radars. Its manufacturer, Northrop Grumman, has emphasized that the Raider is designed to breach heavily defended airspace, unlike most of the current bomber fleet. The company stated that as adversaries continue to enhance their weapons, the B-21 Raider will serve as a strategic asset, capable of penetrating enemy defenses and reaching targets anywhere in the world, a capability that roughly 90% of the current bomber fleet lacks. While the B-2 Spirit and B-21 Raider may appear similar, they differ in size. The B-21 is anticipated to be large, but still smaller than the B-2, with an estimated wingspan of about 140 feet, compared to the B-2's 172 feet. The B-21 is also projected to carry a lighter payload, approximately 9,100 kilograms versus the B-2's 18,000 kilograms. However, these figures remain unofficial and speculative. What is known is that the B-21 will be nuclear capable and able to deploy all modern precision-guided munitions. With aerial refueling, it will be able to reach any global target, fulfilling the essential role of a strategic bomber. The Air Force is initiating production with 21 units in the LRIP phase and is committed to procuring at least 100 Raiders to replace the aging B-1B Lancers and B-2 Spirits. These new aircraft will be complemented by upgraded B-52J Stratofortresses. Previously, the Air Force acknowledged that its decision to limit the B-2 fleet to 21 aircraft, far fewer than the original plan for 132, made the program excessively costly, with each aircraft costing nearly $2 billion. Determined not to repeat that mistake, the Air Force plans to operationalize the B-21 before 2030. Ellsworth Air Force Base in South Dakota is set to become the first base to house combat-ready Raider squadrons, followed by Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri and Dyess Air Force Base in Texas. For the United States, the development and eventual deployment of the B-21 Raider marks a major strategic milestone, as no other country, including Russia or China, has yet fielded a sixth-generation stealth bomber. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.